Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop for another exciting, drama-free episode. Thunderchief building action. Thunderchief modification action. Okay guys, you know I gotta do something. I done told you I got to do something. Try and make this look a little more like a B model. Okay guys, we gotta remember something. We're not building this to compete in Scale Master competitions. Okay, if this is a little bit standoff scale, then you know, I basically want to do this so the paint job will come out right. What I don't want to do is get into something that's just going to add more weight than I've been trying to take out weight, and I just don't want to add a couple more pounds. I could do it, and it would be easy to shorten that nose. What I would do is I'd start up there at the tip, about an inch back, cut it off. And then about every inch and a half cut the whole nose. Back, I'm going to say a good 18 inches. Okay, then the piece you cut off the front, you put inside the other piece, sand the pieces to where they fit real good, put them together, grind the nose down. It would shorten it up, but the only thing is the weight of the glue. It would take a lot of resin, okay, and the Bondo. So we're talking about adding another 1.5 pounds, and so we just don't want to go there. I haven't talked to Ollie about it, but I'm sure he'll feel the same way. What we got to do is keep the weight off of this baby, so it's going to perform and land nice and just be a good airplane. If we can just get some poundage, a few pounds off, and I want to make it to where no one has a heavy Thunderchief. Everyone will have the same light configuration. And that's going to knock a few pounds off, and then we're going to perform like a dang Ultra Bandit. but what I want to do is I want to get rid of this. Get rid of the spine in the back, and it's not going to be that hard to do, and we ain't going to gain no weight doing it. Ounces, because we're removing some glass and we're adding some glass. Okay, now we're going to do some fancy cutting to that fuselage, okay, to get the hump to taper down in the back. But right back there, about 4 inches in front of that hatch opening, it starts to a little bend, just a slight bend. What we want to do is just take that straight. It's actually going to come out to about here in the hatch, and the back comes on all the way off almost, and there's just a little point up here. So there's going to be about 12 inches where there's nothing, more or less, maybe 10. Because if you look at the real ones, it looks like this here part of the spine runs into the fuselage, and the rudder looks like it's sitting on top of the fuselage. So that's what's going to make it even. Okay, but first thing I need to do is, I got me some glass. I lay up sheets of glass, people. This is a layer of 10 ounce, and I use it for all kinds of things, and this is going to be one of them. Okay, it's going to be real simple to do. All I need to do is measure how wide it needs to be. Okay, now this is going to be kind of critical here, okay, because the width of this piece I glue in here is going to determine how much Bondo I put on the top. So we want the top of this fiberglass to come up pretty close to the top of this fiberglass is what I'm trying to do here. Okay, I need to get the glasses. Now I'm just going to cut this whole spine off and start over. Oh man, it looks like 1 inch will be perfect. But I lay this stuff up. This is done on a board. Seeing that board over there? And guys, you can take stuff like this and bend it and patch fuselages. You know, I use this stuff for all kinds of things. But if you got a big nasty crack or something in your fuselage, you know, you can patch it up. If you do it right, it's not that big a deal. You can do anything you want to these models, man. You know, it's intimidating. I know it is, you know. When I first started doing it, guys, I took a half-scale GB. Half-scale. Built out of wood. Scared to fly it because it took me a year to build it. You know, and winter time was coming and this thing was painted. We even tried to fly it twice, but that was another issue, but and wanted to make it out of fiberglass so bad that I was, you know, so scared to dump all that resin on that airplane. I've never seen fiberglass mold making. I knew it was capable. I knew it could be done. I just didn't have a clue. I knew nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I went down there to the resin store. This was mid-con. They're closed up now. The old guy had it for years. I mean, he made his own epoxy right there on site. If you needed a gallon and he didn't have a gallon on the shelf, he would go back there and make it. About 15 minutes, he'd come back. Here you go. But basically, he told me what I needed. Threw it in a box. He said, wax it up good first. Do this, do that, and do this. Sent me out the door. And I was so scared to start throwing resin on there. I just knew that was going to stick. But I did it. And it came out great. Then my wood plug. My old wood airplane stood over there for, a long time. I was already, you know, because I flew the big GB. I flew the fiberglass one for 3 years. It sat over there for the longest time. And a buddy of mine was over here. Because it was just a fuselage, no wings, no landing gear, because I put them on the new ones. What are you going to do with that? So I don't know. I'll probably chuck it in the dumpster one of these days. Oh, I want it. I said, what are you going to do with it? And he was, man, I don't know. I just want it. so I sent him over with it and haven't heard or seen it since. Probably got it in his living room or something. But I was really intimidated, my point being. These corners going to be around just a little bit. But ever since then, I don't care what it is, I'll mold it, baby. Learned a lot. Just doing things myself, trial and error. I've learned a lot in the shop right here, man, right in front of you guys. And we came up with a pretty good finished product over the years. You know. Let's see how I'm going. Well, you guys wasn't even watching me. He was off staring at the thunderchief. Okay, there we go. That's going to be a perfect fit right there. Because what we don't want is we don't want it sticking up. We want it about as close. See, one side of this is shiny. One side's been peel plied. We'll put the shiny side up. And we're going to sand this a little bit. this was peel plied, so it has to be fancy. Just want to scuff it up a little bit. Well, you guys would expect me to blow that out, wouldn't you? You didn't expect me to see the compressor on that one, I know it. Okay, now. This has been peel plied, so it's good to go. Yeah, I haven't talked to Ollie about none of this, but I'm sure he's okay with this. We just don't want to end up gaining some weight. I know that's Ollie's concern. And you know, I cut the gun camera off. I got rid of the Gatling cannon. I'm gonna have to take them coolers off the side because the B models didn't have them, and I'm not gonna do anything to the vertical fin, guys. It's done and painted. I'm not going to be that picky, you know. The vertical fin didn't have them humps on top, and it didn't have the light in the back. But we're not going to get that. And overall, we're going for performance, not exact scale. Am I right with that, Ollie? We want performance out of this bad boy. Man, it's going to be hard to thing exactly where I want it. I think it's just exactly the perfect size. When they're exactly the perfect size, this thing is hard to position. You know what I mean? Then I'm going to put some fiberglass cloth. I'm going to tack glue it with some CA. Which we better just do right now. I got that. Just dry it. Tack glue it with some CA. Then we can come back and put our fiberglass cloth. I'm not going to use fiberglass tape. I'm just going to use a layer of fiberglass cloth because the seams will come out better. I'll put some peel ply on it and it'll be nice. I'm just going to put about a 3-inch strip of 10-ounce cloth on there, a little resin, put some peel ply over it, and the finished product will come out. It'll look nice. We want this bad boy performing. I just don't. I mean, I could do that nose really easy. You know, if we was wanting to take this airplane to the Scale Masters. But I'm not going to be that intense. My buddy John. My buddy John thinks, or sent me a thing. And you know, I'm just not going to get in that much detail there, John. I mean, it'd be nice, but I just don't want to go there. It was my airplane, maybe, but oh, the mailman's here. But he brought me something. Oh, I got something else yesterday. Yeah, the mailman shop. Bet that's my gloves gear. You can tell when he shuts off his motor, he's coming up to the house. I got this 1K carbon fiber. This is what I'm going to make the fuselages out of the Mustang with. This is 1K. This is super thin. This stuff is so expensive you would not believe it. This stuff is crazy expensive. I've seen it on the internet, $250 a yard for buying 1 yard. If you buy 10 yards, you get it for $150 a yard. But this is crazy expensive. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get, as soon as I get some resin in this, I'm going to put my white resin in the mold for my Mustang. I'm going to put that white resin in there, and it's a chilly day, so it'll take all day to set up. So then I'm going to sand some more on the thunderchief, and while this other stuff is setting up. But I'll make another video a little later, and we will see you guys in the shop.